What is unthought in the thinker's thought is not the lack inherent in his thought. What is unthought is there in each case only as the unthought. The more original the thinking, the richer will be what is unthought in it. Martin Heidegger. To be a teacher is my greatest work of art. The rest is the waste product, a demonstration. If you want to express yourself, you must present something tangible. But after a while this has only the function of a historic document. Objects aren't very important anymore. I want to get to the origin of matter, to the thought behind it. Joseph Beuys. Man is really not free in many aspects. He is dependent on his social circumstances, but he is free in his thinking, and here is the point of origin of sculpture. For me the formation of the thought is already sculpture. The thought is sculpture. There is no outside of the text. Jacques Derrida. The world does not speak. Only we do. The world can, once we have programmed ourselves with a language, cause us to hold beliefs. But it cannot propose a language for us to speak. Only other human beings can do that. Richard Reardie. The more original the thinking, the richer will be. What is unthought in it? Martin Heidegger. Philosophy makes progress not by becoming more rigorous, but by becoming more imaginative. Truth is simply a compliment paid to sentences seem to be paying their way. Richard Reardie. I don't feel that it is necessary to know exactly what I am. The main interest in life and work is to become someone else that you were not in the beginning. If you knew when you began a book what you would say at the end, do you think that you would have the courage to write it? What is true for writing and for a love relationship is true also for life. The game is worthwhile insofar as we don't know what will be the end. My field is the history of thought. Man is a thinking being. The most thought-provoking thing in our thought-provoking time is that we are still not thinking. Martin Heidegger. Visual thinking is often driven more strongly by the conceptual knowledge we use to organize our images than by the contents of the images themselves. Chess masters are known for their remarkable memory for the pieces on the chessboard. But it's not because people with photographic memories become chess masters. The masters are no better than beginners when remembering a board of randomly arranged pieces. Their memory captures meaningful relations among the pieces, such as threats and defenses, not just their distribution in space. Steven Pinker. Radicality is not the issue, but rather creating space for thinking. Sturtevant, 1969. The more original the thinking, the richer will be. What is unthought in it? Martin Heidegger. I'm not initially attracted to the idea of my brain as a sort of dung heap in which the larvae of other people's ideas renew themselves, before sending out copies of themselves in an informational diaspora. It does seem to rob my mind of its importance as both author and critic. Daniel Dennett. Before my teacher came to me, I did not know that I am. I lived in a world that was a non-world. I cannot hope to describe adequately that unconscious, yet conscious time of nothingness. Since I had no power of thought, I did not compare one mental state with another. Helen Keller. Language is the house of the truth of being. Martin Heidegger. Are designations congruent with things? Is language the adequate expression of all realities? Nietzsche. What is unthought in the thinker's thought is not the lack inherent in his thought. What is unthought is there in each case only as the unthought. The more original the thinking, the richer will be what is unthought in it. Martin Heidegger. Philosophy makes progress not by becoming more rigorous, but by becoming more imaginative. Our maturation has consisted in the gradual realization that, if we can rely on one another, we need not rely on anything else. In religious terms, this is the Feuerbachian thesis that God is just a projection of the best, and sometimes the worst, of humanity. In philosophical terms, it is the thesis that anything that talk of objectivity can do to make our practices intelligible can be done equally well by talk of intersubjectivity. The world does not speak, only we do. The world can, Once we have programmed ourselves with a language, cause us to hold beliefs. But it cannot propose a language for us to speak. Only other human beings can do that. Truth is simply a compliment paid to sentences seem to be paying their way. Richard Riordan. Are designations congruent with things? Is language the adequate expression of all realities? Nietzsche.